Joining us now is the Director of Community Engagement at Green Living Science, which works to transform Detroit by informing Detroiters about waste and recycling. Madison Kraus joins us now on the Michigan Megacast. Madison, thank you for being with us.
Hi, thanks for having me, and please call me Maddie.
All right, Maddie, thanks for being on the program. Appreciate having you on. Can you first tell us about Green Living Science and what you do to encourage recycling and inform the public about recycling in the Detroit area?
Sure, I'd love to. Green Living Science was created about 10 years ago as an initiative to spread recycling education to students. Since then, we've evolved our programming to not only incorporate youth, but also we work with community members to sign them up for recycling bins in the city and do various education initiatives with them. And we work with businesses throughout Detroit to make sure that we can set up effective recycling systems in all different types of businesses around the city.
We're joined by Maddie Kraus, Director of Community Engagement at Green Living Science, a Shared Detroit-supported charity and nonprofit. More information on shareddetroit.org. And so the Green Living Science works with the Detroit Detroit school system in the city, and that's actually where it sort of found its origin as well. Can you talk about the partnership between the Detroit schools and your organization?
Yeah. So our work with youth is really the heartbeat of the organization. We like to say that we are creating the next generation of environmental leaders in Detroit. We work with the Office of Science there to set different types of curriculum, and that includes our assemblies. A lot of students are very familiar with our bee mascot that we bring out to schools. We also do summer camps with students, and we have after-school programs that are available as well. Currently, we're providing virtual programming to cope with the pandemic, but we also have outdoor programming that's socially distanced, and that includes our Be Green Plastic Steam Machine, which is a really cool walk through time and plastic educational tool that we use. And we also have books that we distribute to students. We've got 3 of them. The newest one will be coming out soon. It's called Be Green in Your Backyard, and it's an activity book, and we're really excited about that.
So can you talk, too, about the Be Green business program? It's another initiative that Green Living Science is outputting at this time. Can you tell us about that program and how it's involving and engaging people in Detroit?
Yeah, the Be Green business program has been around since 2015. We work with a diverse range of businesses, from apartments to hospitals to small businesses, and each business is unique. So we provide a customized approach to setting up recycling and waste reduction systems. We provide staff and tenant education, and we help with things like environmental purchasing, figuring out composting, setting up signage, and anything you might need in order to reduce waste from your business. This is one of my programs that I run, and it's one of my favorite parts of our programming, just because I get to work with so many amazing business owners and entrepreneurs throughout the city.
So, Maddie, tell us about your background and how you ultimately got involved with Green Living Science.
Sure. So I was born and raised in Metro Detroit. I got a bachelor's degree from Michigan State and then moved up to Colorado to get a master's in sustainability planning and management. Shortly after, I moved back here and started working with the Green Task Force in Detroit City Council. And I really got into sustainability because of my love for nature. And that evolved into an understanding that there's a better way for us to live to reduce our carbon footprint, to reduce our waste, and to reduce harmful pollution.
And so it's interesting, too, because so much of this work is being done directly with Detroiters in the city. And often our cities have a different relationship with pollution, certainly, but with environmental factors, because cities are so active and because there are certain factors in the way that cities are designed that have a different impact on the environment. How does that help to inform the efforts of Green Living Science and the education that you're providing to those that live in the city and ultimately are going to be the greatest stewards for Detroit?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. We really focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, and environmental justice in our work. It's very central to what we do and how we approach the topics. We're constantly striving to ensure recycling access for all residents in the city. We're uplifting initiatives that will reduce pollution and the amount of waste that we're sending to landfills. such as the Break Free from Plastic movement. And all of these things, we talk with our residents constantly about how recycling is central to conserving natural resources and reducing the amount of pollution from plastic production.
We're joined by Maddie Kraus. She is the Director of Community Engagement at Green Living Science, a Share Detroit-supported charity and nonprofit. A couple places you can learn more about GLS. You can either visit sharedetroit.org and search for Green Living Science. They are one of almost 300 different charities and nonprofits in Detroit and in the metro area that are supported by Share Detroit. They just added one this week. It's now, the count is at 284 and only growing over time. Or you can visit Green Living Science's website at greenlivingscience.org. That's greenlivingscience.org. Maddie, there's another interesting project out at Lincoln Street Art Park through your organization, or connected with your organization. Can you tell us about that project and what that is doing to impact the city of Detroit?
Yeah, Lincoln Street Art Park is a really beautiful space for local artists to showcase their work. We really try to practice the 3 R's by using materials there that are reused and upcycled, and it reflects on the beauty of the space. Currently, Recycle Here, which is where the art park is adjacent to, is under an exciting renovation. We're hoping to bring back programming to the art park in the coming spring. So next year, we'll be bringing back our programming and our volunteer opportunities after our renovations are done.
We're joined by Maddie Kraus, Director of Community Engagement at at Green Living Science, a Share Detroit-supported charity and nonprofit. More information on their website, greenlivingscience.org. That's greenlivingscience.org. And so education being such a critical part of what Green Living Science does in the city of Detroit to support efforts to recycle, what are some of those learning opportunities that are available to everyday Detroiters, and where can they get access to some of these resources? Certainly on your website at greenlivingscience.org, but in other places as well, if they may not have access or reliable access or easy access to the internet.
Well, I also want to highlight DetroitRecycles.org. That is also a great resource, lots of information on there. If you don't have access to the internet, you can always give us a call. We are happy to chat with you. You can stop by Recycle Here, and they can help you out as well. We also offer free recycling workshops, and we will be happy to come by any events that you're hosting. So you can find us out in the community at your local rec center. We're trying to set up some workshops at libraries coming up here soon once they are reopening. So give us a call, find out when our next workshop might be, where you can find us, or if you want to set up one of your own for your own block club or neighborhood, then feel free to reach out. You can call us at 313-871-4000, extension 3.
Again, that phone number, 313-871-4000, extension number 3, or you can visit them online, greenlivingscience.org, for more information. So, of course, you're involved with Share Detroit, one of 284 charities and nonprofits associated with Share Detroit over at sharedetroit.org. And one of the focuses that they have, one of the many focuses they have, is drawing people to find these organizations that are in areas of interest or areas of passion for them, and then helping them find ways that they can help these organizations through either donations, through volunteerism, or so on. At this moment in time, what are some of the critical needs of your organization to continue to do the great work that it's doing in Detroit?
Well, for our listeners from Detroit, we ask you to be a recycling champion. Talk to your neighbors about recycling. Make sure everyone knows about the recycling program. We know a lot of folks that will see our Detroit Recycles bins out on the street, but they don't know how to get one. So if you're listening, help out your neighbors, help out your friends and family that are also in Detroit so that they can have access as well. And if you're interested, reach out to us. We're always looking for ways to collaborate with different community groups, different businesses, and different partners. We're also always looking for donors and partners to help support our organization and programming. So check out our website to learn more about how you can donate online.
So if people in Detroit or outside of Detroit would like to get involved with Green Living Science, what sort of volunteer opportunities are available through your organization?
Sure. Well, it's been a bit difficult for us to have volunteer opportunities, as I mentioned, since Art Park has been closed for renovation. And because of the pandemic, it's been difficult to get together in person. But as the weather starts warming up, we are going to start doing some more park cleanups coming up soon. And we're hoping to set up some canvassing events where we're going to be going out into neighborhoods, knocking on doors, feet on the street style and engaging with residents about how they can sign up for recycling carts.
We're joined by Maddie Kraus, the Director of Community Engagement at Green Living Science, joining us on the Megacast. You can find them in a couple of places. Search for them under the Charities and Nonprofits list at shareddetroit.org or visit greenlivingscience.org. That's greenlivingscience.org. You can also call them 313-871-4000 extension number 3. 313-871-4000 extension number 3 is their phone number. Maddie, just another couple of minutes before we'll say goodbye today. Anything else at this time that would be important for our audience to know about Green Living Science or the ways that they can get involved with the organization?
Sure. As I mentioned earlier, we really work through all avenues to try and transform our recycling and waste reduction systems. There's education on so many levels, from youth all the way up to adults and retired communities. We also work with local and state policy. So if you're interested in learning more about how you can get involved in recycling policy in Detroit and also statewide, feel free to reach out. We're happy to provide you with some resources and opportunities.
And then, Maddie, you mentioned that there are some opportunities through your organization or through communication with your organization for those in Detroit that would like to drop off recyclable items. What are some of those locations they may be able to drop off items, or how can they go about working with Green Living Science in order to arrange dropping off their recyclables?
So Recycle Here, located at 5960 Lincoln Street, is open on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. You can take all sorts of recyclable items there, everything that's accepted curbside, which is cardboard, paper, plastic, metal, and glass. You can also drop off shredded paper there, books, and styrofoam. It's one of the only places in the city that you can recycle styrofoam, so I highly recommend going to Recycle Here for that. They also have what we call a junk hole, which is a bit of a take a penny, leave a penny situation. So if you've got some random items laying around your house that you'd like to donate, you can take it over to Recycle Here as well. And I also want to highlight our hazardous waste facility, which is at 2000 East Ferry Street, open every Thursday and every fourth Saturday if you've got any household hazardous waste that you need to get rid of.
Maddie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was great to meet you.